call.
Welcome to Nevada Speaks with Victoria Seaman. I have two really special guests today. I have Brenda Flank, who is the founder and executive director of Conservative Alliance for Community Growth. And I have Randy Voyard, who is on the executive committee of the NAACP. He's also the president of the basic training and of the NAACP, and he's also a candidate for City Council Ward 5. So we're going to have a very interesting show today. First, I want to introduce Brenda Flank and have her tell us a little bit about why she decided to start this incredible outreach, which has affected many schools in Las Vegas, and I'm just really proud of her, and I'm going to let her talk more about it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Victoria, for having us on today. I think probably the first thing I'll do is give a little background about myself. I was born and raised here in Las Vegas. And back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, small town mentality. And I still think that way. After I sold a business about 7 years ago, I thought it was time for me to actually start giving back to my community. And the best way to do that is to actually get involved. I started out with politics, and politics led me back to my old neighborhood. And what an opportunity that was for me to say, what a great opportunity, because I can then give back to my own community that I grew up in. And that's why I started the Conservative Alliance. My politics are conservative. I live a conservative life, and I think that that is something that's missing in the community that I grew up in.
Why do you think that stigma is? I mean, you're a conservative, but yet, most black communities, really don't think that the Republican Party or Conservative Party is a lot of white, rich, old men. And what do you want to say about that stigma of the way people view conservatives or the Republican Party?
I think the reason that people actually see those communities like that is because we're not there.
Right.
The Democrats, the liberals have been in the community. If that's the only thing you see, then that's the only thing you know.
You know. That's true.
Why it was important for me to get there and share my life, my experience, and say, this is who I am. Don't judge me by the cover that you see. People know that I'm a conservative. They know I'm a Republican. But they're seeing something that the picture is different, because that picture is drawn of Republicans and conservatives as being, they don't like black folks, they don't like this and that.
And a lot of it is the media polarization.
Yes.
It's not necessarily the views of most people.
Right. So if they don't see you, know you, then they've already drawn a conclusion about who you are and what you stand for. And that's what we need to do, is we need to show ourselves for who we are. No longer let someone else tell your story. I want to tell my story. This is who I am. This is what I stand for. And it's amazing how many people, just in conversation, they agree with. We have a lot of things that are in common, but they don't know it if they never have a chance to have that conversation.
And that's been a big problem within the Republican Party, is that they haven't reached out the way the Democrats have, because like you say, in my time walking the district, talking to Democrats, we agreed on more things than we actually disagreed.
Exactly.
And they supported me because, education is really the key. And like you, I did the same thing. I've gone out to my community and actually spoken to people and reached out to all sides of the aisle, every single party or affiliation.
And that's one of the things that we do. We started out as an outreach organization, but it's more about community engagement rather than outreach, because I think that the word outreach kind of implies that we're out there trying to do something that there's some type of ulterior motive behind it. Outreach. as if you want to bring them in for something. I do things because it's the right thing to do. I go into my community because it's
because you want
important.
to,
Right?
because you want to, and I want to talk about that because you've done some amazing things. I've been involved in your group somewhat, and I'm just amazed at how you've gone into the different schools and talk about the schools that you've gone into and what you've done for them.
Right. We talk about the things that are important. We talk about education. We go into the schools. We engage with teachers and principals and things like that, and then we reach the kids. We're in the classroom, they see us. We don't, of course,